the sense of belonging that is behind D&I. So there, I want to share with you, like, if you think about picking leaders or claiming leadership, right? Or becoming a leader, leadership, like anything else in life, is learnable, right? And so part of the reason this panel is so important to us, and it's not just one woman, like whether you love Sheryl Sandberg or don't, right? This idea of you can't look at one single female and extrapolate a recipe. So kind of like, does anybody know who Nate Silver is? He's a pollster. He does the aggregated polling. I grew up as my original job in leadership was national public opinion polling. And so we would take ABC, Gallup, CBS, and distill stuff and say what's really happening and what is the book on this leader and who's following them. And similarly, looking at sort of what it takes to lead and be well. Those three things that I gave you are really core to that. And so if you think about one thing that you can consistently practice, whether it's calling out other people's value or claiming your own, like there's a leader we work with, her name's Lauren. She's a COO, and in COVID, she has two little kids. And we got on a small group coaching call with their executive team. So there's 5 of them. And the guys, it's 4 guys and Lauren. And everybody's like, how's it going? And she's like, I'm exhausted. I just can't do it all. And I said, yeah, we all know what that feeling is, right? So that thing that I told you to watch out for, I was like, okay, her brain is shortcutting to failure here, and we're not going to let that happen. So I said, okay, can you guys just take a minute and write down what you've done so far today? And so I had her go last. And I know that you already know where this story is going, right? So the guy who is the chief legal officer was like, I got up, I met a friend for coffee, I had a call with the subcontracted counsel, and then I came here, right? The other people were like, yeah, my wife and I went for a walk, we came in, I've gotten a draft of something done, and she goes last, and she says, so I got up early, I exercised with my husband, fed the kids, got them to school, laid out dinner, then met with the board chair, and we restructured the plan for the board meeting next month. And then I met with my direct reports, and we just drafted a proposal to XYZ company that's going to be worth $2.4 million and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Lauren, you can go home, right? Like, you have already paid for yourself today plus. So just cut yourself a break. So this notion of living into your value and advancing your value and helping other people see theirs, that is my single greatest hope for people when it comes to motherhood, because the bias is so oppressively negative that we need, and it's also weirdly competitive. So we need to disrupt, the stay-at-home mom. I don't care if you're a mom leader or a leader mom, or if you are just a human, like, we are all in the same boat here. And if we can bring the skills of motherhood to leadership, and if we can bring leadership to motherhood, our companies will be better and our children will be better. And I cannot thank Linda enough for this. Linda is, to me, to this notion of calling out value, I just want to really underscore it. Linda is maybe the most exceptional connector of humans I have ever seen, right? So our relationship is just beginning, and there's like 15 super cool people I know now that I wouldn't have known before. I also think Linda is very brave about raising these topics and realizing the work that we're doing around D&I is part individual, part institutional, and part social movement. Right? And the unique set of skills that you bring and that this organization brings, that you guys are part of, I'm incredibly grateful to you and in awe of your grit, tenacity, and grace in bringing it. So thank you.
That's very sweet. Thank you very much. Any particular questions that the group